There's a new update to the Mangione case, and it could have consequences for the Justice Department.
ABC employees have sent a letter to Disney's CEO. We'll tell you what they said.
And Cracker Barrel is making an effort to come back from financial ruin. Find out what they're doing.
Broadcasting live from the University of North Texas, this is NTTV News at Noon.
Good afternoon. Thank you for joining NTTV News at Noon. I am Varun Engineer.
And I'm Titus King.
2 Department of Justice employees are accused of violating an order pertaining to limiting public opinion about the trial involving accused killer Luigi Mangione. The employees are high level in the Department of Justice and have been accused of reposting President Trump's statements about the case on socials. A federal judge has given the Justice Department until the end of the week to explain how the alleged violations happened. The judge says any further violations of her order can result in sanctions, including fines, contempt of court findings, or actions specific to the case. The judge also said she would consider the president's comments separately when she takes up a motion challenging the death penalty. Mangione is charged in the fatal shooting of United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson last year in New York City. The Department of Justice will seek the death penalty, according to Attorney General Pam Bondi. Mangione maintains his innocence.
Hundreds of federal employees who lost their jobs from Elon Musk's cost-cutting blitz are returning to work. The General Service Administration has given the employees until the end of the week to accept or decline reinstatement. Those who accept the offer must report to their job on October 8th to what amounts to a 7-month-long paid vacation. The sudden reversal showing how Musk and his Department of Government Efficiency has gone too far, too fast.
A shooting occurred at the North Texas Immigration Facility in downtown Dallas yesterday morning, with 1 dead and 2 others critically injured. Ivan Rodriguez has more.
There were shots fired at our Dallas field office. Right now, preliminary information is a possible sniper.
Several agencies are investigating a deadly shooting at an immigration and customs enforcement facility in Dallas. Officials say at least 2 of the victims are detainees and no law enforcement officers were injured.
I can confirm at this time that the FBI is investigating this incident as an act of targeted violence.
This is at least the 3rd shooting to target a Texas ICE facility this year. The field office in Dallas has held more than 8,000 temporarily detained persons over the first 6 months of President Donald Trump's administration, according to data obtained by the Deportation Data Project. FBI Director Kash Patel shared an image on social media of what authorities say are the bullets connected to the shooting.
Early evidence that we've seen from rounds that were found near the suspected shooter contain messages that are anti-ICE in nature.
The acting field director for ICE Dallas called for an end to extreme political rhetoric.
It's just got to stop. It's dangerous, and people are losing their lives.
While Dallas Mayor Eric Johnson asked for calm and patience as the investigation continues.
There's still a lot of unanswered questions, and I want to encourage all of you to exercise a little bit of restraint and allow them to do their job.
29-year-old Joshua John has been identified as the shooter. Authorities are continuing their investigations.
It feels like the weather is finally getting a bit colder.
I know, right? Finally wore a hoodie for the first time in forever yesterday.
Find out more about the changing weather with Hannah Paras. Hannah?
Yeah, this Thursday in Denton, we're currently looking at some 80-degree temperatures. Although it does feel a little bit warmer, it is definitely a lot cooler than some of what we were experiencing last week. As we head into later tonight, we can even expect it to drop just a couple more degrees. So if you plan on taking a look at the stars, just make sure to bring a blanket. Heading into tomorrow, we're expecting it to stay just about the same with our temperature in the 80. And yes, it is Texas, so it's going to feel a little bit warmer. That's all I have for you right now.
New York's in the hot seat at the moment. As leaders gather for a United Nations General Assembly, many UN representatives say that a part of their focus is on Gaza. Amy Kiley reports how today's UN plan is giving Palestinian people a voice.
As famine and attacks continue in Gaza, the leader of the Palestinian Authority is addressing the UN General Assembly remotely today. President Mahmoud Abbas can't travel to New York. The Trump administration is barring him from the U.S. by refusing him a visa.
If they think that this way they will silence us, they're mistaken.
Abbas's speech today comes after a UN inquiry concluded Israel is committing genocide in Gaza. That's also the finding of the International Association of Genocide Scholars.
What has this baby done?
The Palestinian Health Ministry says about 65,000 Gazans have died during the ongoing conflict. The UN agency reports more than 500,000 Gazans are starving.
I went in February and met kids who had had amputations without anesthetics. It's horrendous that kids dying of starvation, effectively their bodies consuming their own organs.
Israel denies it's committing genocide and says it's acting in self-defense.
Only pressure on Hamas will move the needle.
The Trump administration is pushing for a ceasefire with a new 21-point plan. It's not backing a two-state solution.
Instead of giving in to Hamas's ransom demands, those who want peace should be united with one message: release the hostages now.
I'm Amy Kiley reporting.
While there's no clear update regarding a ceasefire, Abbas makes it clear that the Palestinian people are not leaving.
1 year after Hurricane Helene, residents are finally returning home, but there's still lots to do.
And if you're looking to get into a new hobby or expand your photography skills, Denton is hosting a perfect event for you.
The do's and don'ts of the Pole Rec Center. See that man over there? Please do not hog weights. Instead, do this. Another important part is having an attentive spotter. See, here is an example of a non-attentive spotter. Instead, do this. Now we head to the track, which should be pretty easy, just it's important to pay attention to the way the track goes. Remember to wipe down the equipment after you're done using it. The towels are provided by the gym, so it's pretty easy to wipe down the equipment when you are done. Thank you for using the Pole Recreation Center.
Can I see your voter registration, please? All right, you're good. No registration, no entry. All right. Let me see your voter registration card, please.
I'm not registered to vote.
No registration, no entry.
Dude, my friends are already in there.
No registration, no entry.
What the?
Join the club. Register to vote today.
All right, look up here. 1, 2, 3. Mom, Dad, I got it.
Mom. I have.
Man, I've been wanting some pancakes recently. You know any good spots?
Well, you're in luck. Cracker Barrel actually is having an all-you-can-eat pancake deal coming up.
Do you know where I can find out more?
Yes, you can find out more with Rory Agbonifo. Rory?
Because Cracker Barrel has them stacked high. This Friday is National Pancake Day, and the chain is selling pancakes. So don't be late so you can fill that. But that's not the only deal on the table. This football season, Cracker Barrel, the unofficial sponsor of the Pancake Block, is giving out a free side of pancakes to anyone who wears their favorite team's jersey or brings a same-day game ticket. This delicious offer lasts all through October. Now, not everything with this company has been syrupy sweet. Earlier this year, Cracker Barrel tried rolling out a new logo that customers weren't exactly hungry for. The change backfired, resulting in an 8% drop in customers. But still, this month, Cracker Barrel is cooking up something new, and fans seem more than ready to dig in. Back to you at the desk.
Thank you, Rory. Denton is known for its art scene, and the Instant Film Society is about to bring their annual film festival back to the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Taking place from today until Sunday, photography fans can visit different pop-ups from a list of locations. Tickets start at $35 for a 3-day pass. Events this weekend include a walk at the State Fair of Texas with discounted ticket offers to PoloCon attendees. Denton residents and event visitors get a chance to visit and take part in a few stops in Denton, including a zine swap at Rubber Gloves, a mural walk around the square, and brunch at Dan's Silverleaf. For more information, visit the Instant Film Society on socials.
I finally felt a little breeze walking over this morning.
It felt amazing this morning. I wonder how long we're going to have this weather. Let's find out more with Hannah Paras. Hannah?
And we're sharing that with McKinney and Fort Worth at 79. As we pull out a little bit more to look across the state of Texas, you'll see that that is going on in Amarillo as well at 73. Although Austin and Houston are at 85 and 86, as the South usually does, carrying a little bit more of that heat. Looking into the next 7 days, we are going to expect some temperatures in the mid-80s, and it is possible it'll drop down to the 60s as well, but mostly sunny. And as hurricane season persists, North Carolina community is recovering from last year's devastation, Hurricane Helene. More with the story is CNN's Naja Pitaham.
For reflection. What you see here was Beacon Village when photographer Carl Goodmanson and I came to see this community after the storm. A year later, this is now Beacon Village.
It's definitely a mixed bag of emotions because, it's the start of hurricane season and I see all kinds of named storms cropping up everywhere, and, with climate change and everything, it's like you never know, if there's going to be another hurricane.
But for Michael Bergen, it hardly felt like a year as he reflects on the day of the storm.
Yeah, we woke up and then we got all these notifications to leave, but by the time we were able to get those, the water was about this high, so the cars wouldn't be able to drive. So first we went up to the attic, and then it started sloshing into the attic, and we actually swam down and swam out of a window and got on the roof.
With no fixed address, Bergen and his partner moved from place to place.
We stayed with some family in Black Mountain, and then we got a Airbnb in Charlotte for a little while. We stayed in a friend's basement apartment. It's like a finished apartment. And then around Thanksgiving, we actually found a rental up the road where we were able to to walk down here during the rebuild.
But with a little support
We've had an unbelievable amount of donations.
and some furniture,
We have 3 kitchen tables.
he was able to officially settle in 4 weeks ago.
It's definitely a good feeling, and seeing all the hard work and everything that went into getting, the house rebuilt almost completely, it's good to see that all come to, to us being able to live here and be safe.
For him, there's no place like home.
It's great to be back in our house.
Thank you, Nasia. Happy to see them returning home.
Have you heard about the Jimmy Kimmel controversy this past week?
Of course I have. It's been everywhere online.
Our anchor, Faith Webster, has more on the developing story. Faith?
That's right. After Trump's political intimidation and cancellation of Jimmy Kimmel Live, more than 100 former ABC News journalists delivered a letter to Disney CEO Bob Iger, urging to defend Disney, free speech, and freedom of the press. The letter also argues ABC's settlement with Trump last year encouraged the escalation of his attacks. CEO Bob Iger was commended after Kimmel was reinstated on Tuesday. The signees went on to say the First Amendment is a non-negotiable, and it is Disney's responsibility to stand in defense of democratic values. That's all from me, and back to you at the desk.
Thank you, Faith. A famous coffee chain is closing doors on hundreds of their doors. We'll fill you in.
And there's a surprising new status on jobless in America. Find out after the break.
Good evening, my name is Amanda Hasbell and I'm joining you here today in the Union Parking Garage. Today we're going to be going over how to drive safely in the parking garage. Let's go see. Oh my god, this girl just got hit by a car. Let's go see what happened. Ma'am, are you okay? Did you see that lady hit me with a car? Yeah, we did. I got it all on video. Oh my god. Let's go over here and talk about how we can prevent that. Yeah, not the hospital. Well, right now we're going to ask you a couple questions on how we can drive safely in the parking lot. What are ways that we can be aware of our surroundings?
Oh, we can look both ways.
Jenna, also, how about putting the distractions away?
Yes, just like our phones, turning our music down, and also not focusing on our passengers.
Where can you get information on how to get a parking pass?
Transportation.unt.edu.
If you park in a garage, make sure you pay on the app or look for further instructions on how you should pay.
And remember, no pass, no park. Let's all try to keep our mean green community safe.
Remember, we're all in this together.
Drive safe.
And now we return to Fabric of Passion.
Oh, Hector, it will be so hard for us to part, but we must.
But, my love, what did I do? I thought we were meant to be together forever.
I am so disheartened to say that you're just not in style anymore. But you will be, to someone else, in a better place.
You're gonna shred me?
No.
I'm donating you to one of the many clothing donation boxes available on campus. There is one in the Union by the Syndicate and one on Union Circle Drive.
Oh, well, why didn't you just say so? I'm gonna be someone's new shirt.
I thought you'd be more distressed.
Oh, absolutely not. It was cramped in your closet anyways.
Maybe you would like to be shredded after all.
Craving something fresh, flavorful, and made just for you? Look no further than Avesta, your go-to destination for a delicious, full-service dining experience. Dive into our customizable omelets, expertly crafted by our talented cook Jonathan, who guarantees every bite is perfection. All our dishes are handmade, prepared with only the freshest ingredients. Explore our assembly line where you can choose from any of our globally inspired dishes, or customize your plate. It's that easy. And let's not forget dessert. Indulge your sweet tooth with treats from Clark Bakery. With convenient payment methods including card or flex, it's the perfect dining spot for any occasion. Quench your thirst with our wide selection of drinks. Just hand your drinking card to our friendly waiter, and they'll bring your beverage of choice right to your table. When you're done savoring every last bite, our attentive staff will whisk away your tray. Enjoy the peaceful ambiance as you dine in, or use our takeout option for a meal on the go. Avesta.
Titus, do you drink coffee?
I sure do.
Well, it may be a little harder to get your morning coffee because of some of the closures coming our way. Riley Oldenburg is live with more. Riley?
Starbucks is closing stores and announcing another round of layoffs at its headquarters in an effort to aid its struggling business. CEO Brian Nichols said the company will be shutting down 400 stores this month. That's about 1% of its locations. Starbucks will have 18,300 North American locations by the end of September, compared to the 18,700 it had in June. In addition, they have also announced an additional 900 corporate layoffs. This adds to the 1,000 they announced in February. The CEO, Brian Nichols, has not only cut back the menu by about 30%, but he has also added new items in the past year in order to keep the brand on trend. In addition, smaller touches have been added, such as self-serve milk and sugar stations, as well as doodles on the cups. The new look of Starbucks will include cozier chairs, warmer colors, and more outlets in an effort to create a more welcoming space. The reconstruction efforts are expected to cost $1 billion. Back to you at the desk.
Thank you, Riley. After about 218,000 claims made last week, unemployment benefits dropped to their lowest level since July. As the U.S. labor market weakens, layoffs aren't escalating, causing this imbalance. This month, jobless claims have jumped significantly higher. This jump was driven by Texas after a spike in unemployment claims, which later attributed it to the fraudulent activity.
It's time to stop mourning the loss of well-known arts and crafts store, Joann. Its sister store, Michael's, is reviving the former competitor with Joann's signage for their knit and sew shop. Michael's purchased Joann's intellectual property earlier this year and will begin selling Joann's most loved Big Twist yarn and will debut the organization's first ever store-with-a-store venture online in all U.S. and Canada locations. I'm still sad about CeeDee Lamb.
I just cried last night about the Rangers getting eliminated from the playoffs. The tears just won't stop.
At least the Dallas Wings are getting some facilities upgraded.
A lot is happening in the new sports world. Find out more with Luke Nelson. Luke?
An update on the Dallas Cowboys star CeeDee Lamb injury, as well as the tragic chance at playoffs being taken away from the Texas Rangers, with a new building and chance for the Dallas Wings. All that coming right after this break.
Hey Alex, this guy on the internet says he wants to give me money.
That sounds suspicious.
What do you mean?
Typically, strangers who promise you money on the internet have their own best interest in mind. They often use bounce checks, which will disappear shortly after depositing, but not before they've asked for some money in return.
So he doesn't really want to spoil me?
No.
Well, then what should I do?
The best way to handle it is to block and report the suspicious message, or even consult local law enforcement if you've already fallen victim.
So I guess we aren't going to Key West for spring break.
No.
There's no harm in wanting to have fun while in college, but it's easy to lose track of how much you've had. Apps like Drink Control and Alkadroid can help keep track of your consumption and blood alcohol levels. If you or someone else does drink too much, the signs of alcohol poisoning are as follows: pale skin, vomiting, confusion, low body temperatures, irregular breathing, blacking out, and is hard to wake up or cannot be woken up.
Dude, are you okay? Hey, what's wrong? Wake up.
It's an exciting time of year, but it's important to be responsible. If you suspect someone is suffering from alcohol poisoning, get help immediately. You will not get in trouble for seeking help if you are underage. For more info and resources, go to UNT's Division of Student Affairs.
Dallas Cowboys star CeeDee Lamb was injured last week and was only on the ground for one more play after being injured last Sunday before having to be taken off the field. More news has been coming out since Lamb's injury, where he rolled his ankle against Chicago. President and owner of the Dallas Cowboys, Jerry Jones, came out saying that the Cowboys doctor and Lamb himself believed that the injury wasn't major and that he should be able to play against Green Bay Packers. But Lamb still has said that it is only to be determined for the next 10 to 14 days. The Texas Rangers have been eliminated from the MLB playoffs this season with an 8-game losing streak, ending with the final game against last Tuesday at the Minnesota Twins, ending in 4-1 with a losing streak, with losing players like Corey Seager, Marcus Semien, and Nathan Eovaldi being injured. The final nail, eliminating the Rangers out of the competition. The Rangers are seemingly now trying to end this season on a winning record. On some happier news, the Dallas Wings are getting the new $55 million practice facility, including 2 practice courts, professional amenities, and the house of the front office goal, and the main goal of trying to push the Dallas Wings into the downtown Dallas, moving from UNT Arlington. And the practice facility is scheduled to open in April 2026, but the Dallas Wings have been scheduled to not move until 2027. That's all I have for y'all today. Back to you, Desk.
Thanks, Luke. New Yorkers may be hearing a familiar voice soon. The agency that runs the New York City subway system announced that rapper Cardi B has recorded rider etiquette and safety PSAs. The agency shared a video on social media of Bronx native urging passengers to follow the rules, saying ride safe and keep it cute and keep it moving. There's no word yet on when the message will start being used across the system.
Thanks for watching NTTV News at noon.
Join us again tonight at 6 here on North Texas Television.